Right, welcome back, everyone. So, yes, earlier we got the chance to tackle the story about Mr. Russell Marlette's book. And it's actually a good thing that, it's our interview, but that's actually a good thing because we were able to uncover a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
How do you think about the interview, Nancy?
Actually, it's really good because at least we learn more about the author and we
Mm-hmm.
learn more about the book.
Yes.
As I was a pre-interviewer, as like you,
Mhm.
right? As the pre-interviews before the season, like the start of the Festival of Storytellers, we were having interviews with the authors for only like 10
Mm-hmm,
minutes,
right.
10, 12 minutes,
But
depending.
this time it's much more longer, and
Yes.
so that's why we uncover a lot of things.
Yes,
It's
yes.
actually good.
Really, really, really good because at least we know more about Mr. Russell's book and we know more about his book. His book is a commentary of the book of his book, and it's actually about the basic truths of life. It
Right.
talks about a lot. The story has a lot of points. It has 32 points in husband,
Mhm.
and every point there's a commentary because it's more interesting to read. Like,
Right.
and you sometimes on social media you watch any social media platform. You usually read. So his book is like that. So it's more interesting. It has like poems that has eight words that you can relate to about basically like a revelation of
A lot of revelations.
a lot of revelations
Right.
of like it's not a religious book, but
Mhm.
it can relate to a lot of religions and a lot of people who doesn't even believe in religion. I mean, like Russell Marlette's book is not actually trying to lean into religion, but
Mhm.
actually trying to let people know the truth about living our lives,
Right.
like how we like live not just in a religion, but sometimes with our culture we get too influenced about like religion,
Yes.
family.
There's a lot of different
Yes,
beliefs.
yes,
And right, it's actually a good thing, Nancy, that yes, what Russell Marlette really highlighted in this book, it's not just about having that one good, having that religious beliefs, but this book really talks about different cultivations, different beliefs, people surrounded by a different process of their daily living. Because
yes,
again, there's a lot of 32 poems here,
yes,
and it's actually having that someone like as what we have discussed earlier, living as a mirror for others. So
yes.
this book is actually like some sort of like a guidance for everybody.
Like yeah, as actually in the interview, Mr. Russell did mention that we're actually just a mirror to others because we're contributing to the lives of others. Like everything that we do right now, like every single step, like going to work is actually for someone. Just like now, we're actually
Right.
doing this for videos and that, and for the festival storytellers, for the authors, for the audience, so they can connect. So
Right.
everything that we do is actually, as what we were actually talking earlier, everything is connected to everything. Like
Uh-huh.
everything we do is actually connected to everyone and everything. So what actually Mr. Russell Marlette's book is trying to tell us is like every day, every step that we take is also one step for others.
Mhm, exactly. Especially doing, because again, this book highlighted a lot of positive things,
Yeah.
good things that you really need to also do for yourself. And in that way, you will be able to have, like, to inspire other people to also do the same thing. So again, as what I have mentioned earlier, a mirror to others. So contributing to lives of others, making sure that you're also doing the right thing, and what others um, they would be able to see that specific thing that you're actually doing, then they would also do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like you're really a complete reflection for others to be inspired, especially creating things that would really turn into a positive outcome, right?
I think I remember a quote for it, like what you do to others, well, something like what you don't want others to do to you.
Yeah, I'm also familiar with that quote. I think that says what you don't want others doing to you. Oh, what is it? Sorry. I'm
Something
not.
like
Yeah, but yeah, something like that.
I can't remember that much, but something like you should not do things that you don't want
Yeah,
others do to you.
That's right.
Something.
Exactly. Don't do things unto others if you don't want others to do unto you.
Yeah, just like
that's
the mirror.
exactly it. Yeah, so that's basically it.
Yeah, that's how the mirror actually kind of works to everyone.
Exactly.
If you do something good to others, it will reflect to you. Like they will actually try to do good to you. Like there's good karma and bad karma.
Exactly.
There's a lot of things going on. Actually, it's just connected to what we were actually talking earlier. That everything you do that you don't want to like experience, like something going on, like if you try to bully someone and a lot of people see it, sometimes they bully you because it's a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah. So if you don't want other people to do bad things, you should not do that. So if you want to be famous or something, try to uplift everyone, be proud, be nice,
Exactly.
and everyone will be nice to you also.
I would totally agree on that now. Yeah. And you know what? One of the best things that is in this story, is in this book, there's a lot of like realizations that is happening, right? Because again, it's not only uplifting someone who has a different belief, different
Yeah.
culture, but it's also about having people bind together.
Right.
I mean, instead of building those walls, it's actually a good thing that, hey, this is actually my belief.
Yeah.
If you respect this, then I would also respect yours.
Yeah.
So that in order for have a positive community, then let's respect each other.
Yeah,
Right.
that's actually
I
one
like
of the
that
things.
idea.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually one of the things that Russell Marlet's book is trying to like show to others. Like it doesn't matter what religion you are, what belief you have, what other things that you think that is good, but at least understanding each and everything. Like what he wants to tell us is like the basic truth of life. Like you're eating, you're doing this, you're doing that, but it's all connected, and it's not about having a lot of beliefs in religion because we're still the same human beings. There's
Exactly.
guys, there's girls, there's this, so it's the same thing. We're not differentiated by like species. I mean, like we're not animals that they have their own, their insects, their rats, and something like that. So it actually also talks about like hope is the realization. Like if you realize that there's hope, there's always something that you can like move forward and look forward.
Right. And it's actually also talks about like someone who really understands the because again, it would be an advantage for someone to really have that thorough understanding for someone like again belief culture. You should have that one in order for you to better understand people. Why are they doing this kind of stuff? Why are they believing these to be that things that needs to be followed? Because again, we have to respect each other. We have to respect what are the things that these sort of experiences they've had, and yeah, it's actually a good thing that would really help people to really understand someone who's also going through something like the same thing.
Yeah,
Right.
there are a lot of things going on too. Because actually, we on the interview earlier, we did know a lot more on Mr. Russell and all that. Actually, he started being like a small kid, a thin guy, nothing too much. But when he started to on his adulthood, he did experience a lot of adventures. He tried a lot of things, skydiving,
Right.
because he wants. That's when he realized, like that's what also pushed him to write this book. Because that's how he realized that everything is just basic truth. Like it doesn't matter what or which religion you are, but if you like realize and understand everything and going on around you, then that's where you can start. And that's how he started his adventures with his wife, actually, also. And that's a good part.
Right, right. They're actually driven by their experiences.
Yes.
Right. That's why they have come to this platform. They have come to create these stories based on their experiences to also share that I mean, it's not like everything that you have encountered from the past would really cultivate you as who you are right now. But again, it's somehow like adjusting with all the things that you can see in your surroundings in order for you to become a better person. So that I think that's also one of the things that they have on this journey.
also it's one part of their experience and like we need to adjust some things sometimes to another people, like the environment and everything. But as long as you understand those things, then you can move forward and do things that you think that you can do. Something like that.
Exactly.
So that's how this book is all about, like trying to let people know like how life should be like without barriers. Because sometimes religions right now become barriers, like
Sure.
they try to be on top of it. Like not just in religion but everyone, but mainly because of that thing with religious things. I mean, what religion are you?
I'm a Roman Catholic.
We're the same actually.
Okay.
But for me, actually, it's quite a bit different because I'm a Roman Catholic, but my family is actually like an Islam, like Muslim. So it's like
Well, that sounds interesting.
fair. So
Something a bit of that information, Elsie.
it's because my family was converted to Muslim, like my mom and my dad. So all of them were like Muslim, but then I am not. So it's sometimes having a barrier sometimes because I have my own beliefs.
Right.
Like my family has their own beliefs. They pray on this time. I don't pray sometimes. Like something like that. They should not do this. They should not do that. I can do that.
Yeah.
So this actually gives a little bit of a barrier sometimes with who is right, who is wrong. Because um, right now, because like I'm an adult already, and like already have my own thinking, so my
Right.
family can, like my parents can really push through like their own beliefs on me because I have my own thinking. But before when we were kids, like
You really need to follow everything.
yeah, I need to follow something, but I need to question also already. So some because I'm not the same religion as them, sometimes it's hard to follow what they say.
Yeah, because you're also curious. Why do I do this?
Yeah, why do I need to do that? I mean, it's not allowed for you, but it's allowed for me,
Right.
right? So, but because they're parents, it's like, oh, what should I do? Yeah, there's something like invisible wall that you don't know how to deal with it.
Already in there.
Yeah. So sometimes you just go around and like, okay, let's not talk about that. Let's not do that. Let's move on. Something like that. So actually, this book is also talking about a lot of that, like how to feel things that you need to put a barrier on, and you need to take that off. And just put it simply, we're all human. It doesn't matter who, what, where you came from, and what religion you have, but we're just things.
Right, exactly. And I love that, Nelsie. I mean, because I believe that despite of all of these, different shapes, every possibilities, every, cultures, beliefs, you still come up with, as a one family, right?
Yes, of
Because
course.
there's respect in there.
There's respect. There's also, family is family. It doesn't matter what you did, what you do, or anything that you have. Like, we have both. As like as a parent, they have something going on for their kids. As your daughter, there's also things that you did that they didn't like, but still, at the end of the day, you're still family with the same blood. So that's what we're trying to like. I think that's what also Mr. Marlowe trying to say. Like,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter like what things we do in life and what religion we have, but we still are in the same like we're in the same castle or something. Like we're in the same built. Like we're not really that different to others. Something like that. So that's how things are trying to continue on.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? It's actually another help of trying to express someone who, especially, again, having the same experience, you know, um, have difficulties in dealing with people, especially when it comes to different beliefs, different, again, but it's somehow like a guidance to also have that someone who you can really rely on, having that, oh, I should, instead of judging them or instead of questioning why are they doing this thing, but with the help of this book, you would really understand them thoroughly.
Yeah, you can actually really understand them because I mean, it's just simple understanding. Like it's like I mean, on the thought of religion, sometimes they have problems like I am right, you're wrong. But on the other hand, no, you're wrong, I'm right. But if we have a middle ground where you can say like, let's try and talk about it, and then we can discuss things like, oh, actually, we're just the same. same.
Good point.
There's like we have I'm believing in my God, you're believing in your God. Like you can just explain to them like this is how I think, this is how I think. We're actually just kind of the same, but there's a different thing.
Right.
So that's actually better just trying to point out like no, that's wrong. You're wrong. I'm right.
I like that.
That's how you start like the problem in our society actually right now, but comparing things. I mean, it's okay to compare, but sometimes at least you need to understand what actually him or her or what she is about before you try to compare. Oh no, I'm better.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
You
better.
really need to. That's why it's really better to have like someone to talk with.
Yes.
Especially I mean, not just basically judging. Hey, it's
Yeah.
that's not how I do it. So I think yours is not
Right?
right. So because this is how I do it.
Yes.
So why not ask that person, hey, why are you doing this? Because
Yes.
it's quite different from the thing that I am also doing. And then there, you will have discussion. You will be having a thorough understanding. Oh, okay, so that's how you do it.
Yes.
And then as long as it's come up with a positive outcome, then that basically means that he or that person is actually doing also the right thing
Yes.
with a different process.
Yes.
Right.
It's just a different. We just have different processes. It's just the same outcome actually. Like it's the same thing. Like if you
As
go,
long as it would not harm people, right?
Yeah. Actually, as like as minor as going to work. Like if I go, to, how do you go to work? Like what do you ride?
Yeah.
Do you walk? Do you do this? What do you do?
Well, public transportation.
Yes,
Because,
of course.
we don't have car or
Yeah.
right.
You see,
But
you arrive at work. Right. So it's the same thing. Like
right.
you're riding a public transportation,
Going to
but
the same path.
going to work. Me, I actually usually ride a motorcycle because it's faster
Right.
and there's a lot of public transportation going on. And it's because kids are also riding. So I'm using motorcycle. You're using like it's usually for public transportation, but it's the same thing. We're going to work. We're ending up on the same place. So it's the same thing for everyone. So
Exactly.
We just have different steps on what we're doing, but sometimes we just end up on the same thing. Like
that's achieving for one goal.
yes, I mean like we started in the same steps. Like we're a baby, and then after that we just die. We're going to the ashes.
See, life is short, so why not live? Live it as it should be. Like again, talk to people.
Yes.
Make friends. I mean, there would be a problem that would really come on our way, but hey, think on positive side, right?
Yes. Always think on the positive side.
Exactly.
Of course, there's a lot of negative things, but try to think on the positive side of that negative thing.
True.
Like I mean,
don't let it consume you.
Yeah. When it's like raining, sometimes it's negative because I'll get wet.
Very sad.
I don't have my umbrella. I cannot go home early. I'll get like my shoes gonna get muddy. A lot of things like
exactly, especially when you're also trying to run somewhere around.
Yeah.
You also need a lot of stuff that needs to be done.
Yeah.
But how come? How can you do this? It's raining. Oh my God.
So you just need to think about the positive. Oh, like what are the plans? We can now have a positive. We can now breathe a lot cleaner. I mean, all the trash will be like clean throughout. Just a lot of positive things. Like just think about positive things, even though it's really negative.
Despite all the challenges and negativity that is going on.
Yes.
Or
like I mean,
you need to really think of the bright side.
Yes. Like it's really negative. Like I cannot go to where I want to go because it's raining. I know it's positive. It's okay. It's actually giving water to animals. You're just trying to think.
Yeah. You know what? Me also now, actually, I'm also a very positive person. Though I know that I'm also having a lot of problems inside.
I get people.
Again, I really do not let it consume me because at the end of the day, it would be me who's gonna struggle a lot. So why not think of a brighter side? I mean, it's really not about setting aside those problems, but of course, you creating a solution for that problem.
It's only a solution, but you're trying to make things easier for you. Because if you think about too much negative on that thing, it'll get you too much anxiety, stress, and everything else. Like you cannot think.
That would really lead you to depression.
Yes, I mean, like you can think a lot more when you think about negative side. Like example like we're not that rich. So I mean like we're working, we have money,
Right.
but sometimes it's not enough. So the thing is, you always think in a negative term. What should I like? How can I pay for this? My loan. How can I buy groceries? It will build up, and build up, and then everything will just fall apart because you don't know what to do anymore. Like, what should I do? I
Yeah,
don't
because you're
know.
already out of the track.
Yes. So just think on a positive side, like, oh, I'm not rich for this, and then my only job is okay. Like I'm rich, so
I can do it.
I can do this.
What
Like I
about
can
you,
find.
Nancy? How do you cope up with, with problems, negativity, the challenges in life?
I mean, a lot of things is really challenging, for processing everything in your life, especially in the early age. Like I just started working, I just started working few years, so a lot of negative things going on. But sometimes what I do is I really think on a positive side, like, no, I can do this. No, I don't really bother on what other people think sometimes. Like I do listen to them, like, okay, you did say that, fine, whatever, but I'll do better. Like I'll just do better. That's how I think. Just move forward. Let's just move forward. Just think about that. No, it's okay. It's another day tomorrow. Like
Right.
if I have a bad day today and there's a lot of negative things going on, you can just say like, and everything's like going down. Let's just sleep.
Yeah.
Like I mean, let's just sleep, and tomorrow is another day.
Have a rest, take a deep
Yes.
breath,
Yes.
and hustle again.
Yes. Hustle hard. I mean,
Right.
you're like finding your hobbies, like not finding, but like trying to do the things that you love or like the most, or talk to the person you really like the person that inspires you sometimes. Like will
That
give
can be
you
helpful.
yeah, that's actually really helpful. Like
Right.
a lot of relaxation. Like you're having a really bad day, but then like if you have a hobby, like if you want to watch a movie, try to watch a lot of movies. Like you can
Stress out.
get stressed out, eat more. Like if you want to eat, buy some dessert. You're a working adult.
And that's exactly what I'm doing. And you know what, Nancy? One of the things that I can say, being in this industry for like how many years already? For me, being, in the industry for like 8 years already, I know that this is actually a good help to, have that therapy in yourself, especially when you get the chance to also interact with other, people, especially right now. Being here with Readers Magic Family, for me, I'm very thankful. One of the things that I'm very thankful of, for me to also have this platform to get the chance to interview authors, know their background, know the inspiration behind them writing this book, and it's actually a good thing. They come to share their experiences in life, and there you can somehow there's sometimes you can really relate to it. Yeah, hey, I've been through the same thing as well. Like, and look at you now.
Yeah,
You're already successful. So I also need to look back at that time where I'm struggling to really I'm trying to really really
do the things,
right
understand things, and like
so
have negative things.
what really things that needs to be done, and then there, with the help of the authors, with the help of our viewers as well, you come up with this realization that hey,
She can do this.
she can do that. I can also do that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how actually Mr. Russell said, like we're just a mirror for others. Because I mean, like
an inspiration
yes,
for others.
and inspiration. Because sometimes when you're reflecting and you can see, oh, I did go through on this. So
There's like
he or
things we can really
he
relate
or she already like passed through on that.
to.
So I did struggle on that thing. Then maybe I can also, or not maybe, but I will. Like I mean, like not maybe, but I will surpass also those things. Because that's how we actually should live. Like a lot of people have been really negative. Like there's a lot of things that need to be negative, but if you know how to think positive and understand things throughout, it will lead you to more successful things. Like being positive gives you a lot more results than being negative. Because sometimes being negative makes you like, I don't want to work on that. I don't want to do this. It gives you less motivation to do things because you're thinking like, I won't even like be able to like surpass it. I cannot finish this. I cannot do that. Then it will continue on. So it will be a problem. So it's better to have positive thoughts so you can have like, move forward and do this. just do that.
Right.
So it's
As what
better
you have mentioned earlier, Nelsie, it's also a good thing that you also, another stress reliever to really talk to someone
yes,
and then
anyone
do
like
things what you wanted to do. Like
yeah,
for me, example, yeah, if I'm stressed, I really like to listen to music, singing, let's go out, have meet some friends, and yeah, that could be helpful.
yes, anything that can
Mhm.
make you relax, stress out.
Exactly.
If you want to drink, go drink. Like if you
Yeah.
want to eat, just like eat. Like if you have time to travel, then do it. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Like if you can talk to someone, your friends, your best friends, your lovers, anyone that can like give you a little bit of relaxation, even a couple of minutes for a day, like a couple of hours in a day, that you can talk to someone like, hey, I have something going on. Like you can let out your stress. Like
Exactly. And you know what, Melty? One thing that I realized, because again, we're already adults, right? We're already, driven by all the experience we have in the past. I mean, for me, one of the things that I can really say that is very effective in order for me to surpass all the negative things that I have experienced before is do not be afraid to seek help. Do not be afraid to ask help from someone. Yeah, because not all the time that you can carry all the problems and hey, I can do this. I know I can do this, but see, there's no better result after that because you also need to, again, talk to someone, ask help.
yes, if you ask help, at least even though sometimes people can help, sometimes they can't. But at least you did try to ask help. Because
Right.
when you ask help, some people will try to help you, but then some people will just advise you. I'm sorry, I can't actually help because I'm actually also struggling right now. But you can do this. Maybe we can try. Like at least you let someone know that you're struggling. So at least that's one thing that we let straight out. So actually, that's also one part of the book that Mr. Russell more or less say like is hope is the realization. If you have hope, if you can realize things that are actually outside of your comfort zone, then there's hope for everything. You can be successful. You can do everything that you want, and everything. And this book is actually really inspiring, and anyone who actually really wants to be inspired and wants to know more about what this book is about, how the poems and how they put it on this book, you can actually buy this book on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com, and also you can check out Russell Marlet's website, RussellMarlet.com, and you can know more in the book, and you can also order there.
Yes, that's right. And again, for Russell Marlet's book, everyone, you can actually have the chance to interact with authors on our Reader's Magnet website, Authors Lounge page. There, he will be creating some blog postings about him being an author, what exactly his book about, what inspired him to write this book. So there's a lot of information there that you can check. And we might not know, Mr. Russell Marlet might create another book. So yeah, just check that one.
Yes, just check
and yes, again, follow him on all the social media platforms he has.
Yes, well, everything. Because I mean, like you will get inspired more and know about the truth of life. I mean, we are talking about a little bit of truth of life, but we haven't lived enough yet to know a lot more of that. I mean, like Russell Marlet, one of the authors already have experienced a lot of things and a lot of adventures in his life, and that he can share with a lot of you readers and audience alike, and even us. So that's actually more inspiring, and maybe you can get more motivated, being not to be negative, and try to understand things through others. Like don't be like on your own space. I mean, if you can have your own safe space, but also try to explore more.
Exactly. And yes, I know that everyone is also waiting for something new. So for the next topic, it will be Miss Napasorn with the Senate, who will also share the story about her book. So yes, guys, stay tuned and let's catch us later.
Yeah, we will still be saying talking about more about Miss Napasorn's book. She will be having a live booth and talking to you. Like you can actually question and comment down on her live session. So you can ask a lot about her or about her book. and to know more and be inspired more also.
Right.
And we will be right back, and we'll be staying here to talk a lot more
Yeah.
about
See
our
you later,
hobbies and
guys.
inspirations.